Well, hello everybody. Welcome. Actually, I'm Stephen the Jupiterian here with a new video for you. Actually, since today is the 25th and August is almost over, I thought I would go over the rest of August and what's going on for the rest of August, and then go into the month of September, which isn't too far away from now. So let me get some notes here and for August 2025. 20 Today is the 20, well, actually 26th if you're on the overseas. And the sun moved into Virgo the just the other day. Today is Monday the 25th of August, where we had where we have the moon in Virgo at the moment. Venus has moved into Leo, and Venus is making a trine to Saturn, and Mercury is making a let me just share this with you right now. Here's the time clock for currently in San Francisco, where we have Aquarius rising. If you're on the East Coast, Aries is on the rise. Uh, I will show you that chart as well. I have that chart as well for right now. I'll stop this share, and then I will um, share the chart of the moment for right now. See, here's Aries on the rise on the East Coast. So, yeah. So it'll probably be Leo rising on the overseas in London, possibly. So yeah, here we are. We have the sun in Virgo, the moon in Libra. Venus has moved into Leo today. So yeah, I'm going to share with you this other chart. Other than, yeah, Astro.com. Astro Gold is a lot easier for me to navigate through because I can change the date. But here's today, right now. It is 6:20, almost 6:21 p.m. on the West Coast. So it's 9:20 p.m. on the East Coast. Let's move this into days. So here's today, the 25th, almost over. So the 26th, the moon will conjunct Mars. Venus is making a trine to Saturn and Neptune. The sun in Virgo is in conjunct Pluto. And it's also making us hmm, Saturn squares Uranus. And then we have, yeah, okay. Let's see. Actually, let me share different. Let me change the view on this so we can see this in a different way. Go to sheet. My Mac. Ah, here's a buy wheel. Alrighty, let's see. Um, what do we want to look at? Oh, so are we looking at that? I'm gonna stop this share and then we'll start to share another chart. We will share that. So here we have, this is really cool. These are really cool to look at because you have a point, the point, these are planet, and then since the moon is in Libra, its ruler is Venus, or yeah, actually the ruler of the moon in Libra is Venus. Saturn is exalted in Libra. And then we have Jupiter. So yeah, actually these give you a dignity score, which is kind of interesting. This is the essential dignity chart of every planet. The moon, since the sun is in Virgo, and Virgo is ruled by Mercury. The Mercury is the ruler of this sun, and Mercury is in Leo at the moment. So Mercury is in the sun sign. Actually, M is these mean mutual reception. Mercury is in the sun sign, and the sun is in Mercury's sign. So we have a mutual reception here. And then we have Jupiter ruled by the moon. And then we have Venus in the sun's sign. Here's Saturn in Mars's sign. So actually, yeah, mutual reception. Mars is in Saturn. Saturn is in Mars. There's a mutual reception between Saturn and Mars. Because Mars is in Aries. Since Mars is ruled by Aries, and Saturn is exalted in Libra. And Jupiter is a plus sign, so exaltation. So this is ruler the ruler of the planet, the exaltation, triplicity, term, face, detriment, soul, and then you have a dignity score. So this is kind of interesting that this, and we're in the day of Mars. Well, hmm, actually, we're in the day. Actually, Mondays are usually the day of the moon, but we're in the hour of Mercury right now. Oh, this is for Tuesday. That's right. This is Tuesday, the day of Mars. Yeah, Tuesday, Mars Day. Today is Monday. Yeah. So, uh, we can close this, and we'll share that. Let's go back a day, because I'm going to share with you. So we're on Monday. So actually, yeah, actually, you can also look at this as this day. The moon day is the day of the moon, and it's the hour of Mars. And then we have the ruler exaltation. Yeah. And since the moon has days here, hmm, but actually, if you look at the terms of these go in tandem with the major, the no, not major, the tarot. The So this would be the two of Pentacles, I believe, right? Or something like that. It would be a pentacle because no, I'm sorry, Earth is our pentacles, and the moon is in an Earth sign. I'm sorry, the moon is in a air sign, so that would be the two of swords. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, here's yeah, and then we have aspect, and then we have the within orb, and then planetary sect. This is the sun's nature is a day chart. In the chart, it's a day chart because the sun is above the horizon, and the placement is in a day in during the day. That's kind of interesting. So the sun will be setting soon. The moon, its nature is night chart, but it's in the daytime because it's in the ninth house. Mercury, day, in Hades. Okay. Hmm. We have Venus, and it's in a place of twilight here. It's about to set, and it's in a day place. So yeah. And then we have Mars up here. Saturn is down here. It's in the night, yeah. placement of my, but yeah, Nature's Day, kind of interesting. Huh. And then we have that. So, alrighty, so let's go move on to the next day, the 27th. The moon will move into Scorpio on on the 26th. Venus will oppose Pluto. Yeah, Venus opposes Pluto. Then we move it to the next day, the 27th. The moon will move into Scorpio later on. And then we have Uranus, the 28th. Uranus makes a sextile to Neptune. Exact. 1 degree, 26 minutes, 1 degree, 26 minutes of each planet. Uranus, 1 degree, Gemini, 26 minutes. Neptune, 1 degree, 26 minutes of Aries. We have a sextile here. That's pretty nice. And then the 29th, we have a void of course moon, not making any aspects to anything really. Until the maybe the 30. And then the moon squares the sun on the 29th, 30th. And then we have the 31st, our first quarter square, our first quarter moon. Yeah. On the 30th, actually. Yeah. 31st, Mercury makes a trine to Chiron. Mercury will trine Chiron. And then we go to September 1st, where we have so many things. September, actually, in September 1st, Saturn moves into Pisces. Saturn moves back into Pisces on September 1st. Yeah, September 1st, early in the morning on September 1st. And then Mercury will enter Leo. Enter, no, Virgo. I'm sorry. On the third, on the second. Let's go to day. So if we move this into hours, Mercury enters Virgo. Here's Mercury entering Virgo. On the second, Mercury will square Uranus, and Mercury will make a quincunx or an in conjunction to Uranus, Pluto. Yeah, Mercury makes an in conjunction to Pluto, and let me. So there you go. Yes, and then Venus is made opposing Pluto, sort of, and Pallas Athena. Mars is going to will square Jupiter, and then Jupiter makes a trine to the north node, a bending of the makes a trine to the node, to north node, and a sextile to the south node. How about that? The fourth, the moon enters Aquarius. Mars squares Neptune. Yeah, as I said, Mars squares Jupiter. And then Uranus will go retrograde on the later on the fifth. So by the sixth, Uranus will be retrograde, and the moon will enter Pisces. And then on the seventh, Sunday, September 7th, Sunday, September 7th, we will have a full moon, which will happen very soon. Actually, it's not the exact here, um, but it is our full moon at 15 degrees of Pisces, opposing the sun in Virgo at 15 degrees, 23 minutes. So yeah, around 11 a.m. So yeah, won't be seen during the day because it's happening there. You can see it overseas in New Zealand and uh, Africa, but you won't be able to see it here. Yeah, because it'll be late. It's early in the afternoon, late morning, early afternoon on the East Coast. So yeah, that's the lunar eclipse and it's really close to the node, within 3 degrees of the node. So that's a very close lunar eclipse on the 7th. So I think I'm the 8th and the 9th. Oh, Let's go ahead and make it. The 8th, the moon will enter Aries. 9th, Venus squares Black Moon Lilith. I think, yeah. I don't have Black Moon Lilith here, but Venus will square Black Moon Lilith. And then on the 10th, the sun opposes the north node. The moon moves into Taurus, where it's going to become more grounded and earthy. Mercury will eventually oppose and will conjunct the south node and oppose the north node, which is kind of interesting on the 8th, the 10th. I'm sorry, the 10th, September 10th, 11th. Mercury still opposes, it will oppose and conjunct Mercury will conjunct the south node. So we'll be purging some kind of information or letting go of some kind of message that no longer needs to be said or purged of some information. Yeah. Or yeah. Letting go of things. Then on the 12th, September 12th, the sun will sextile the Jupiter. Sun sextiles Jupiter. Mercury will sextile Black Moon Lilith. The moon will enter Gemini later in the day, and then Mercury will sextile Jupiter as well. So Mercury is still sextile Jupiter here within an orb, 1 degree. And then on the 13th, the sun and the moon and Mercury are conjunct, making it a cazimi. And then we have the third quarter moon of Gemini on the 14th. So here's the 14th. And then later on in the day, the moon will be moving into Cancer. And then we have the 15th. Wait a minute. Oh, what about the 13th? The 13th. That's kind of interesting. We have Mercury and the Sun conjunct on the 13th. Uh-huh. That'll be an interesting day, won't it? Okay, the 14th, the 15th, the 16th. Moon enters Leo, right? Moon enters Leo. Where is it? On the 16th. Moon enters Leo later on the day. On the 16th, later on at night. On the 16th, 17th. Then Mercury will oppose Saturn. on the 17th, later on in the day. Let's move this into hours. I'll show you Mercury opposing Saturn. Saturn's back in Pisces at this time, yeah. So Mercury is opposing Saturn. So some kind of restriction and communication will be a push-pull tug of war here on the 17th of September. On the 18th, Mercury moves into Libra. Mercury moves into Libra on the all right, let's move this and later in the on the Mercury enters Libra. Here we are on the 18th, 19th. And then we have Mercury will oppose Neptune when he's in Libra. Will oppose Neptune. Yeah, Mercury opposes Neptune. And then 19th, 20th, the moon moves into Virgo. Yeah, Venus is in Virgo. So now we have the sun, the moon, and Venus in Virgo. And then on the 20th, Venus will square Uranus. Venus will make a square to Uranus. And make an in conjunction to Pluto. This is a minor aspect, but it can be felt very strongly. And then the sun opposes Neptune and Saturn. The sun opposes Saturn on the 20th as well. And then we have the 21st. Well, we have a new moon solar eclipse at 29 degrees of Virgo. So here we are. Okay, so let's go back another 20. Okay, and then we go a minute. So here's the 21st. At 20, moon and the sun are at 29 degrees, 5 minutes. 29 degrees and 5 minutes. This new moon. And it's a solar eclipse. And then as it showed you, the moon will be moving into Libra later on on the 21st. And then the next day, Mars enters Scorpio on the 22nd of September, and the Sun will enter Libra. So now we have the Sun, Mercury, and the Moon in Libra. On the 22nd, the 23rd, the Sun opposes Neptune. The 24th, the Sun will make a trine to Pluto. And the Moon will move into Scorpio. So yeah, making it a very intense day. The Sun squares Pluto. That's a good. The Sun squaring Pluto, making things, communication and relationships a bit tense, but it's a good intensity with this. It's a strong. It's, well, I don't know. Not all trines are equal, but this trine is intense in a very communicative way. So it's the air. So it's communication. In Libra, it's with other people. In Pluto, it's with groups. And then we have the Sun will make a trine to Uranus in communication as well. A lot of communication here. Make the Sun trines Uranus. The Sun will trine Pluto. And Pluto and Uranus are still making a trine. They've been in a trine for quite some time, but this is this triangle here. And then we have a mystic rectangle between the, well, descendant to the Sun, to Mercury, to the ascendant, and then Ceres, the asteroid Ceres. Interesting. Huh. That's the 24th of September. We're still in the new moon phase. The 25th, and then the 26th. The moon will move into Sagittarius on the 25th, 26th. I'm sorry, the 26th of September. And then we have our starting our crescent moon on the 30th of September. So yeah, when the moon moves into Capricorn, making a square to the Sun. The Sun and the moon will make a square. Our first quarter square of in this when with the Sun in Libra. Our first quarter square. And what else is there? And then we have the 30th. So Interesting. So that'll make a Venus and the moon will make a trine for a couple hours. And it's a good beneficial thing. The moon and Venus getting things done. Venus isn't not happy in your Virgo. He's in um fall. And Venus is in fall in Virgo. We have a fall in Venus. We have actually Saturn isn't in a bad uh is in a better condition. It was in a worse condition when it was in Aries, but Saturn in Pisces gonna be redoing lessons that we've learned within the past 2.5 years when Saturn was in Pisces, going over things that, yeah. Um, let's see. Mercury's in an air sign. Mercury is in yeah, has been in an air sign, and Mercury moved into Libra on the 18th. So yeah, communications are going to be good with significant others and other people, not just significant others, but with other people. Um, communication will be great. Uh, so there you have it. That's all of September. I'm going to stop my share. So that was the entire month of September, the end of August, and all of our glimpse what's to come in September. Um, as usual, I will be doing uh, oops, hey, sorry about that. I need to just do no. There you go. So now you can see me in a better light. There's my original background. And so, yes, there you have it. The rest of August and into September. Um, I'm Stephen the Jupiterian. So that was just an overview of what's to come. And until next time, I'm Stephen the Jupiterian. Hit that thumbs up button to be notified when to like the video. Hit the notification bell to be notified when I post a new video. Um, subscribe if you're new here. Subscribe to my channel. Thank you to about 201 of you who have subscribed to my channel so far. Thank you very much. And on Friday from 3 to around 3 or 4, depending on who wants a reading for a donation. I'm offering readings on Fridays from 3 to 4 by donation only, and I will be talking about what's going on that day, Friday. That would be the 29th, Friday the 29th, from 3 to 4 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Alrighty. Take care, everybody. Thanks for watching, and until next time. Bye.